Over here we've got a resort over here. That's where I was standing when I was taking some of these pictures. Another resort over here, I'll give you some names. You can just come down and have a look yourself. You know, walk from place to place and talk to the people here, and they'll quote you some prices, and you won't be without a roof over your head anyway. And some good company. Ah, the smell of the sea, it's beautiful. Look at this coastline, isn't it marvellous? There's lots of room out here to entertain people. Turtle hatching site. Oh my goodness, have a look at that. That's cool, isn't it? Protected seascape turtle hatching site. That's nice, I love that. I've come to Glan, Tour Town. Welcome to Tour Town, Glan. Nice. This should be interesting. Oh, there's a photo opportunity back there. We'll go back and do that one. Just coming back on that photo opportunity. Right in here. Have a look at this here. Here's that. Beautiful photo. Now the bike battery was going flat, so I'll leave it running for the moment because I'm still sitting here, but look at that, isn't that beautiful? Bay view. So there's the details to this location should you need it, and on the other side of this entryway there was these details as well, along with all the animals greeting you on the way in as you go down towards the beach. I saw a sign saying beach house. I came off the main road and here's a beach house that's vacant. Doreen's beach houses, and you can rent the entire house. It's got a lot of room in that house. Pop it off. It's got a lot of room in that house, and there's lots of room out here to entertain people. Turtle hatching site. Oh my goodness, have a look at that. That's cool, isn't it? Protected seascape turtle hatching site. That's nice, I love that. So there's something a little bit extra that we haven't seen anywhere else. Now how would you be coming and staying here and watching turtles hatch at night? Come down on the beach with some torches and watching the sand explode with little turtles jumping out around the place. Normally you would see a mound. Now I've seen them in Western Australia and in northern Queensland, or central and northern Queensland, where I've lived, and normally they have little mounds on the beach where the turtle has been digging, and they have some bogus mounds, not real. Now I haven't seen anything like that here, so I'm not sure that that actually does exist, but hey, that's what the sign says, right? Just another view of God's country. Look at those, what are they, mangroves in that water over there? Water's good, sand's nice. Boat washed up there, that looks like it's been washed up literally, you know, as in no good anymore. And they've got, you know, mangrove trees, I think they're mangrove trees anyway, growing out of the ocean there. Or the bay, I should say. The bay. This is the bay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a great place to stay if you wanted to stay somewhere private, once again, along this coastline. This dog's following me around. I think it needs a friend. Back up, get on my bike and ride off. There she is. This thing's been carting me around reliably, and I haven't had any issues at all, other than the flat battery earlier on today. That was my fault though. Jollibee, 1 kilometre. Yeah, baby. you wouldn't know this place was here, right? You're just driving down the road and there's a number of shops here, little sari stores and, you know, shops selling fish there, another one over there, and you just pass through this little siding without giving it another thought, right? And then we've got the police going past. So what's going on there? Oh, blacked out windows and stuff. That looks pretty serious. So yeah, a little siding, and inside there we're going to go in to find what the resorts look like inside there. All of these places along here are also resorts. So there's a family banging away on the music like Filipinos normally do. Music's up loud, singing away, having a good time. There's doing selfies and doing what they do. Hi everyone. Over here we've got a resort over here. It's where I was standing when I was taking some of these pictures. Another resort over here, I'll give you some names. You can just come down and have a look yourself. You know, walk from place to place and talk to the people here, and they'll quote you some prices, and you won't be without a roof over your head anyway. And some good company. Love that Filipino hospitality. Come down and have a look. This place is called Jap Beach, and this is gate 1. Entrance 20 became entrance 40, and there's a couple of resorts named along here. Let me just see if I can find the one over here. We've got the Indie Fish Store. Where are we? I did see the name of the resort. There it is on the other side of the sign over here. So where those kids were doing the selfies, that's the Dadang Beach Resort. Right, that's through there. And you've got some sari stores, etc. Just give you an indication of what some of these resorts are like. There's Cocoa Beach there, Rosal Beach Resort, etc. down there. So we'll go down and we'll have a look. and I think you'll find they're quite isolated and protected from the main road and from anybody entering. So it feels a little exclusive. You have to actually book something in there to go in there. It might be the ideal place for someone looking for a bit of privacy away from everyone else. They also have an amazing beach down there as well, so I'll let you look at the pictures online for that, but they share the main beach down there. It's only accessible through this road and through the actual properties. Let's go down and have a look at what the property looks like. Definitely off the beaten track, I can tell you now. Whoa. And before anybody comments on her getting down there quicker than me, she's got a different bike. I'm on a scooter. She's got higher ground clearance. That's my excuse anyway. Someone else coming up behind me up here. I'll let them go. Hey boys. Straightening out now, good. Oh, it's a bit over coming down that hill. And now I've got potholes. These are nice little huts, look at that. Where you can have something to eat, sit and have something to eat. So these are all private resorts here. There's one there called, what do we call it? Cocoa Beach. There's another one down there. But just have a bit of a look here. There you go. There's some information. No smoking areas. Night swimming is highly discouraged. Do not leave your thing like, yeah, okay. Tent setup time. So you can pay for a tent here or you can book a cottage. And the other resort that I've just been down to, down that road there, was saying the same thing. You can book a cottage there, but here you can actually pitch a tent. Pretty cool. Have a look at the guy on top. This is a bus, right? There's no room inside. One on top, one hanging onto the back, and away we go. With a big sign printed on the rear, welcome aboard. smell of the sea is beautiful. Look at this coastline, isn't it marvellous? Absolutely beautiful. People in there swimming, yeah. She's a bit bumpy here.